morning and welcome to the Women's Coffee Club. This club was created to provide a safe space for women to share and inspire each other. We're a sisterhood to support one another. My name's Lachelle Lowe, and I'm your host today because in Rennie's absence. Today's speaker is Mo Cooper, and her topic is practical tips to help you stay healthy and balanced in the new year or into the new year. And so she's going to talk about learning how to maintain your positive mindset, enjoy holiday treats without guilt, prioritize self care, and keep your body moving. I know that Mo loves food. She cheated and had pizza the other night, but to her, that's not really a cheat. That's just taking care of yourself. So, this holiday survival guide will provide you actionable strategies to reduce stress, boost your energy, and ensure you're feeling your best during the holiday season without sacrificing joy. And Mo is a health and wellness coach, but health and wellness starts on the inside and it radiates out. So I'm going to turn it over to Mo. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so excited about doing this. I'm going to admit it's a double dip because I did this for my masterclass in my group coaching program yesterday and they loved it. It was
It's
so
raining
much
now, bless
fun.
you.
So
It
I'm
wasn't
hoping
raining.
that we'll be able to have that same fun today. I want to make it interactive. It's around the 5 pillars of health that I always talk about, which is mindset, nutrition, stress management, movement, and sleep and recovery. So each segment has some Q&A around it. So I'm going to sometimes ask for feedback or to put it in the chat, depending on how we're doing on time. So I just want to hear from y'all because that's what's going to make it more exciting. Because that's what I love about the holidays. Because for me, the holiday is like a reset. It's the end of the year. And what I love about Christmas in particular, as one priest once described it at Mass, said, Christmas happens at the darkest time of the year. But after that, the winter solstice, it starts to get brighter. And I want us to think of the holidays, this time of transit, we're plummeting into darkness, but then it is an opportunity to then rise and move towards the light of a new year, a new mindset, a new possibilities. Of course, we don't have to reserve that for the end of the year. We can do that every single day. So everything we're going to talk about today is about the holidays. But when you think about it, you can do it any time of the year. So I'm going to share my screen with y'all. And can everyone see my slides? I'm going to shorten it up so I can just see me, so I can see everybody. Oopsie daisies. All right. So survive and thrive, a holiday health guide, how to enjoy the holidays without losing your mind. Because I do need to bring up the people because I want to be able to see you guys. Um, I love the holidays. I don't love the chaos that comes with it. I mean, so what is your biggest challenge? To put it in the chat. What is your biggest holiday challenge? Is it the people around you, all the different energies? Is it wanting to eat everything that everyone brings over? I call it whipped shortbread season, and it's dangerous and delicious all at the same time. Stress management is a distant memory. You're just freaking out all the time, and you figure, I'll take care of this in the new year. Feeling guilty about being sedentary. I'm just such a slug because I've overeaten everything and I'm completely off the rails with my exercise. Or sleep seems impossible because you want to stay up and have fun and visit and all the things. Commercialism. Yes, that's what it's not on here, but I hear you. The noise, 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 if you want to quote the Grinch. So the commercialism, yes. So much goodness, overschedule. Yeah, overscheduled. That's a big one. Lots of people just like you want to squeeze it all in. We're going to talk about that today, which is a good thing. So yeah, there's always something that we love, but then there's always a challenge. So this is how we imagine it. Like a Hallmark movie, like a Hallmark commercial. Cue the deer. Everything's amazing and gorgeous, but this is what it actually looks like. It's mass chaos. I was at my sister's 3 years ago for Christmas. We had 6 kids under 6. It was mass chaos. It kind of looked like this. It was like kids were crying, laughing, running around, knocking stuff over. It was mayhem. I loved it because that's how I grew up in a big family, but there's a tipping point for that. And I don't know what's happening with this dog. He looks like he's impaled, but anyway, moving on. So, how do we keep it together through the holidays? How do we keep it together? So, there's the 5 areas, like I mentioned: mindset. Your perspective shapes your experience. Embrace and enjoy. How we see this. So, going into the season, we're going to talk about what we want, how we want to see this. What is the outcome that we want? Because we play a critical, crucial piece in this experience, which is amazing. I want you to put that on as your superpower cape that you can wear and make this the best experience of your life. Again, this applies to every day, but today we're talking about the holidays. Nutrition, savoring holiday foods without losing control. Because you can have it both. It's not a but, it's a yes and. Yes, you can have the good things and you can keep on track with your goals and not gain 5 to 10 pounds. Stress management, stay present even if things get chaotic. I'm going home and I have some very strong politically minded family. So I'm shoring up for that. But if the cat knocks over the tree or Uncle Bruno just has to have his say, we're going to talk about keeping it together there. Movement, keep moving even during family visits. Rest and recovery, balance the hustles with moments of relaxation by the fire and a cozy drink. I'm leaving for Canada a week from today, and I'm already envisioning that, and I'm super excited because they've got snow up there. So I'm excited. Lachelle's hometown of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about practical tips. We don't want to make the holidays more complicated than they already are. So this is about culling. This is about pulling things out, really looking about the experience we want and what we don't want. Like what it's great to know what you want, but you also got to kind of like, you know what? I don't need this. It's like when you take the decorations out and you're like, why do I have this hideous decoration? I really don't like it anymore. I'm just going to toss it or donate it. So it's about culling out the things that don't bring us joy. Strategies for enjoying the holidays, foods without derailing your progress, like how to do both, simple ways to manage stress and stay present in the moment, ideas for fitting in movement, even while traveling or visiting loved ones. My sister's getting me a pass to the gym when I'm up there next week for 10 days. So I'm super excited about that because I'm going to be doing the aqua aerobics with my sister. She's not excited about that, but I am. Guidance on balancing holiday hustle with much needed rest and recovery. Yes. So, oh, sorry. So let's set the tone. Okay, we're just gonna breathe real simple. We're just gonna say to take a minute to take. We're gonna do 3 deep breaths. So we're gonna fill up from the belly, starting at the belly. We're gonna let that belly expand, lift up that chest into the shoulders, pause at the top, hold it, and then exhale through the mouth. So we're gonna breathe in through the nose, and then we're gonna breathe out. Make a little noise when you breathe out, a little lion's breath there. We're going to do that 3 times. So right now, if you're comfortable, sit in your chair, hands on your lap, stand nice and tall like a string is pulling up, up, up on your head. Close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. And oops, I'll turn off my ringer. We don't need that while we're breathing. So we're going to take it first one, big breath in, big swell that belly, bring it through that chest, through the nose. Hold it at the top for a moment. And then exhale through the mouth. We're going to do that 2 more times. Big breath in. Hold it at the top. Breathe out the mouth. This time, if you really want to get fancy, stick your tongue out on the exhale. Breathe in. Hold it here. Breathe in 1 more time. Now we're going to breathe out through the mouth. Stick that tongue out. And feel all that stress melt away. That is a really great distressor. It's called lion's breath. And you're supposed to do it. What you want to do is you want to breathe in, hold for a 2 count, breathe in again for a 2 count, breathe in 1 more time if you can. I'm always bringing a busted capillary or something. And then you breathe out through the mouth. It's a lion's breath. This is a de-stressor. It brings you down. So when those stressful moments happen, that's a good one to have in your back pocket. Just go into the bathroom, the closet, your mother's bedroom, wherever you can get away and just remember that lion's breath. All right. Okay. Who's ready to take control? Raise your hand in the gallery if you're ready to take control, back control over the holiday seasons and your joy. I am so ready. All right, healthy mindset. This is step number one, how to not lose it. Who here has lost it during the holidays? Oh, I remember one Christmas Eve that was very, very spicy to be sure. I just had foot surgery. My son stomped on my foot. It turned into a whole thing, but we got through it. So be realistic. Focus your energy on peace, not stress. So if you find you're doing something and you feel it in your body, and we've talked about this, like other people have talked about this in the presentations, like when you start to feel stress, if you're feeling it, I feel it in my chest. I always feel like someone's standing on my chest when I feel stressed. Some people feel it in the shoulders. I had a boss who used to feel it in his knees. Okay. So wherever you feel stress, that is your red flag. That's like, okay, whatever's happening right now, this is not working for me. I need to shift gears here. So be realistic with the things that you're going to do, your expectations. Remember, disappointment does not come from unmet expectations. Disappointment comes from the attachment to those expectations. So that's something to really be mindful of. You have this vision, like that perfect Hallmark Christmas, and then you get the chaos. Then if you just roll with it, if you learn to roll with it, that's going to make all the difference. Identify the outcome you want and let the rest go. I know, easier said than done, right? Redirect conversations. I am a master at redirect. Like, I can't believe the outcome of that election. Do you like mashed potatoes? I like mashed potatoes. I like them a little lumpy. How about you? Do you like them creamy? Like, what's your deal? What do you like in your mashed potatoes? Because ask yourself this question. Is this the hill you want to die on? Is this how you want to spend your holidays? Or do you want the actual center of the holidays? And no matter what you celebrate, whether you're Christian, Jewish, Muslim, or agnostic or atheist, no matter how, even if it's Santa Claus, the center of all of this is peace. And maybe you're familiar with the song, Let There Be Peace on Earth and Let It Begin with Me. I'm going to sit on that for a second. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Because when we have peace in here, that's what equanimity is. That's why I have tattooed on my arm right here, equanimity, because that's being at peace amidst the chaos. So understand that you have the tools to do this, but one of the really big critical pieces, is this the hill you want to die on? Thank you, my mother-in-law, who taught me that years ago, because I'm not going to lie, it may require some letting go this holiday season. So that's one of the really the undercurrent theme of this presentation of how to let go. So let's open it up here. What's one thing that typically stresses you out during the holidays? Put in the chat what stresses you out during the holidays. Is it the chaos? Is it the busyness? Is it the people? Money, yeah, that's huge. But trying to budget, like what's a budget? I'm insane when it comes to the holidays, and then I'm full of regret for the rest of for the of like into the spring. So what else? What else does everyone feel? Gift buying, yes. You're gonna if you want the perfect gift, like are they gonna like it? Yes, absolutely. Suzanne, what stresses you out besides the commercialism? And when you said that, all I could think of was Charlie Brown because I was like, oh, commercial. Some family, yeah, God bless the family. When you come from a big family, even a small family, there yeah, relatives, yeah, that definitely that stresses you out. So in those moments, think about what you actually have control over, your realm of control, what you have over commitment. Yes, my husband doesn't help as I think he should. Oh, that's a perfect example. I love that, Carol. Yeah, of that expectation, right? You expect him. So like with my children, how I parent, set the bar low, and you'll never be disappointed. So, but it's understanding how to communicate that with people. Like I know my sister is very, 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 very politically minded. I'm going to see her in a couple weeks, and I'm just not going to engage because I want to enjoy myself. And so I'm trying to find the shortest path to peace. Cooking. Oh yeah, cooking. I know. But thankfully I don't cook. Either we order pizza and Christmas Eve is all about Chinese food. We get Chinese food every Christmas Eve. And I'm 53 years old and I have yet to make a turkey and I plan on doing that. Pressure to make all the goodies. Yes, absolutely. I know, but I do love my whipped shortbread. So that's great. Yeah, so these are things that stress us out. So, and how do you usually react to family drama? Let's get someone chime in here. What is your usual response to the family drama? Who wants to contribute to that? Lachelle, you're smiling.
Yeah, I have so it depends. Now I react differently than I used to. I used to engage, I used to go at it, and I had to like die on the hill that I had to be right. And I was,
Mm.
right? So now
Obviously.
I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's not like you were saying before, is that the hill you want to die on? So now I'm like, okay, well, we'll just breathe and you can have your opinion and I can have mine.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Yeah,
that. That's
there's
great.
there's a certain Thanksgiving that our family doesn't talk about because it was really 2000. You can guess what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
that that there are still some feelings that are around that. So
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about
And so, like, I mean, it's not going to change the world. It's not going to, so
it.
there's some things we just got to let go of. And I am the queen of trying to let go. So, I'm always on a path of letting go. And it's when you do, it's amazing. Thank you, Lachelle. Suzanne, what's up?
Yeah, so ignorance is bliss, right? Sometimes. My mom showed her true colors that the Thanksgiving right after my dad went to memory care.
Mm,
And
that's stressful.
she decided that she no longer needed to spend Thanksgiving with me. So I just questioned my brother this year. I said, "Do you know why mom decided just not to spend Thanksgiving?" "I don't know, go ask her." I'm like, it's just a question. It's like don't don't throw it off and say you don't know because I'm sure you do. So I guess that was the stress of my Thanksgiving is just why did that happen?
Yeah,
Why did she decide to finally show her true colors? Thanksgiving
yeah,
is the time for family, not a time for
yeah.
dissension.
Yeah,
So
well, but it's amazing how that is a common theme around, and it feels like Thanksgiving is because Thanksgiving in America, as I've learned being here for 20 years, is the time for family to get together, like, for better or for worse. But for me, it's about protecting the peace, letting
mhm.
people be in their space. That's what I'm gonna do with my sister. She's gonna go on a rant. She is very, 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 invested in her political party, emotionally and spiritually, and even in the American politics. It's funny because she's Canadian, but I'm protecting my peace. So that's something I say to all of you, like protect your peace for sure. Okay. Oh, wait,
Yeah,
someone else had their
I
hand
know
up.
Thanksgiving with my friends, so I'm over it. I just was
There you go. That's
curious.
great. Yes, see, just making that change, protecting your peace. Tamara, you did have your hand up. Did you want to say something?
Well, I was gonna say that, my daughter's having a baby shower this weekend, and
Oh, yeah.
family's coming in for that. And I caught myself. You were talking about how you feel the pain of stress in certain areas of your body,
Mm,
and I was like, "That's my shoulder. That's where I feel the stress." And I didn't realize it until you said that this morning. But I did notice, like, because I do yoga and stuff like that. But I noticed like I wasn't relaxing. And
yeah.
like Carol was saying, with your husband not helping, like I used to just take on all of that, and then
Yeah.
instead of busting up at the seams when everybody was there, I'd hold it all in until they
Yeah.
left, and then cry afterwards, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
so it was taking that time to learn those triggers and
Yeah.
see how you're elevating your emotion, at least for
Yes.
me,
Which
as
compounds
yeah, as
everything.
it's
Yeah.
coming. And so this weekend, I've got all of these, have to go get the food and decorations and this and that, and trying to
Yeah.
please my daughter who has very high political things too. So,
Yeah.
and so noticing that and then being able to keep that peace around all of that is
Yes. But
it's such a balance, but it's so
understand
good.
that you're not responsible for other people's peace. You're only responsible for your peace.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that again. You're only responsible for your piece because we as women, we want to make sure everyone's happy, but that's just not possible. And I don't believe in throwing the baby out of the bathwater, but Bill Cosby said years ago that, you cannot please everyone. And you have to start with your own peace. And for me, it's about protecting my peace because that's where I can come from a place of authentic thinking, critical thinking. And so that's really important. So remember that. I want to hear from Carol and then we'll move on to the next question. Thank you so much, Tamara. Potato, potato. Uh, Carol, real quick word, and then we'll go to the next piece.
I'll unmute my microphone.
Yeah,
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to share how I came to a resolution. It wasn't exactly a compromise, it was a resolution. My husband and I throw a my holidays start with Halloween because my
Oh,
husband
wow.
is so crazy about Halloween. And it's blossomed over the years. This past year, we had 70 people for Halloween
Wow.
party. And he's always doing his own thing, and I always felt like he didn't help enough. So we came to a solution. I actually hired high school boys to help put up the decorations and let my husband pay for it. So
You let your husband pay for it. God bless you.
yeah,
That's so great. I
and I'm
love
gonna
it.
I'm gonna do that again for Christmas because I'm hosting a gourmet group dinner. I'll let him again, high school boys to decorate because I was not able to let go of the picture perfect holiday decorations. So I've kept it. I kept that. And
Yes. And
yeah, hired the
outdoors.
high school boys, inexpensive, and everybody's happy.
I love it. That is a great takeaway. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is awesome. All right, let's go back to the great shares, guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. I love when people are interactive and they just sit there and don't say anything. I'm like, okay, I'll just keep moving on. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the oopsie daisies. So eat the holiday treats. Okay, this one's lean in, everyone. Pay attention because eating breakfast. Now, remember, there's an asterisk beside breakfast because people say, this is like, do you never eat? Because the first meal of the day is your breakfast because you're breaking your fast from sleeping all night, unless you're getting up and eating while you sleep. But so your breakfast is the first meal of the day. So what you want to make sure, as any day, but especially during the holidays, because out come the cookies and the parties and all the festivities, if you have a good breakfast with healthy fats like avocado, lean protein, I count bacon in that, and like eggs, getting those healthy macros, your proteins, complex healthy carbohydrates, and your fats in there, you are setting yourself up for success. Because then when the rest of the day goes sideways, as it often does during the holidays, at least you had your nutrient dense breakfast, and it also it primes your metabolism so it gets things moving, and it reduces sugar cravings because when we start the day with sugary things, you're feeding that gut flora, bacteria, sugar, and then it just wants, and that one craving, that one sugar leads to more and more and more cravings. So starting with those healthy proteins, fats, and carbohydrates sets you up to like a stable blood sugar so that when you eat later in the day, you're not just feeding, frenzying it, right? So, and that brings me to the next thing. Eat something before you go to a party. Nuts, protein bar, something so you're not going there like starving. I've literally gone to parties and just stood at the buffet and it's like, no, I don't need a plate. I'm fine. Just eat straight from the buffet because I'm so hungry. So I have learned to even a handful of nuts, just something to like curb that hunger so you can go there and you can make mindful choices and enjoy the holiday treats. Like I said, I had my ex-husband sent over my favorite pumpkin cookies when my daughter came back from there on the weekend. So I sat down, I made a cup of tea, and they're pretty big. So I had one and a half, like they're like little cakes, like little pumpkin cakes, and they're not too sweet. So I sat down, I put it on a plate. I wasn't just mindlessly scarfing it down. So enjoy those, really savor those holiday treats. And and if you love the holiday cocktails, which I do, I love me a good spiked mulled wine or eggnog. Make sure, if you're at a party, drink a glass of water between every beverage. Not only will it slow your roll, but it will reduce any hangover symptoms. It will keep you clear-minded so you don't go off on Uncle Bruno when he's having his rant. And you'll just feel so much better, and you won't be dehydrated, and you'll make better choices. So please enjoy responsibly. So what are your go-to? And this is what I really want to hear. So in the chat, put your go-to holiday treats and how do you scarf them and do you scarf them down or savor them? So put so I want to hear the holiday treats because I'm always about the holiday treats. I love because there's certain things like my English trifle. English trifle is my absolute favorite thing. I only have it at Christmas time. And it's not, if anyone watched Friends, it's not Rachel's English trifle with the ground beef and peas and onions. But okay, and I love was it? Oh yeah, Lachelle said I keep hard-boiled eggs in the fridge so I have a quick protein ready. Yes, I just made 6 this morning. Y'all, if you haven't got an egg cooker, best purchase of 2024. I freaking love my egg cooker. I get 6 hard-boiled eggs like that. Super easy. They're super easy to peel because you poke a hole in them first. They're amazing. Pumpkin or pecan pie, yes. Pretzel salad. Oh my God, I think I just got a diabetic spike. I'm pretty sure it's not, there's no lettuce in there. I'm not a big sweet person, but I love pea salad. All right. All right, Tamara. What the heck is a pea salad? What? I'm so curious.
It's cooked peas with cheese, onions, and a lot of Miracle Whip.
Does it come with a set of paddles?
Well, I do use those paddle spoons.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, pea salad. I love anything pumpkin flavored. Oh, you're those people. You live for the pumpkin spiced everything. Excellent savor. Yes, I love the savoring. Yeah, do you savor it? Do you savor it? Because when I eat my trifle, I have a little bit because it's like so sweet and boozy. I just have a little bit. And I have it for like 5 days, like every day. I'll just have a little, it's whipped cream and the bananas and the custard and all the good things. But too much, and I honestly, my body overloads and it's not good. Caramelized. Okay, let's see what this pretzels, cream cheese with whipped cream. Oh my God. And that reminds me of I never knew it was called ambrosia. My mom would make with like Cool Whip and colored marshmallows and a can of crushed pineapple, and you mix it all up, and then we'd all be drifting off into diabetic comas for the rest of the day. I think that's why she actually made it. So oh, Royal Scotch shortbread. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. Yes, those are so good. Have you ever tried, so, and I want to know, yes or no, have you ever, or actually, and I'll take one response just for the purpose of time. Have you ever tried preemptively eating before a party, and how did it go? So has anyone done that, eaten before a party, eaten something? Carol, let's hear from you.
Yes, I go to potluck parties, and very often I have to be gluten-free. So
Oh yeah.
I actually have to eat a meal to make sure that I can get through that party and not starve and break down. So I really
Yeah.
actually have to eat a meal before I go.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I've cut out since I did the Whole30. Like I don't really, I did have pizza the other night, but for the most part, I don't have tortillas. I don't have any of that anymore. I kind of avoid corn. So I don't want to go and feel like garbage afterwards. So that's why I started doing it. So yeah, so it's kind of a blessing
Yeah,
when you realize your sensitivities because then you
right.
know how to prepare. And
Yes.
do you ever feel like you missed out on anything?
No, it's really at this point in my life with the gluten sensitivity and the severe reactions, it's actually essential. And
Yeah.
then if there's anything there that fits in with my eating plan, I can really enjoy it too.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's great. Awesome. 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 Thank you, Carol. All right. So, holiday stress management, feel the freaking joy, man. Because this is what just in the past few years, I've really learned to enjoy holidays. I don't get to everything, not everything happens, but the moments that I do have plan for, I really enjoy. Listening to Christmas carols. So, write down all the experience. So something before going into the holiday season, this is something you can do. Write down all the holiday experience that fill your spirit. Christmas carols. I was playing them the other day. My kids came over to decorate. The only time I could get my kids over to decorate the Christmas tree before we go to Canada, because I didn't want to wait till we got back, because then we're into December, was last Sunday. So I said, come over. So I'm listening to Christmas carols, just getting in the mood. Baking. I can't wait to make my whipped shortbreads, in case I haven't mentioned them. Creative wrapping. I love wrapping gifts, like old-timey wrapping with the different papers and everything and coordinating. And then I get to a point I'm like, I'm just going with bags. So there's always that tipping point. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I've satiated my my wrapping needs. Party, spending time with loved ones. So I like my birthday's on December 7th. So I always say that kicks off the holiday season. So I don't go to all the parties, because when you think about it, it's like, is this going to fill me with joy, or is this just going to be a slog? And so asking yourself that question before you automatically RSVP yes, or even saying like, you know what, I'm just not feeling it today. And saying like, sorry, I can't make it. There's nothing wrong with that. If you just want to sit home, get in your jammies, watch a Christmas movie or a Hallmark movie, I don't get that, but then that's okay too. And then your holiday traditions. So we're going to talk about that in a second, because I love holiday traditions. So prioritize the activities you truly enjoy. Like truly enjoy. We didn't go driving around the neighborhoods looking at Christmas lights last year, and I'm like, man, why didn't we make that happen? Because it was just a scheduling. So we're making a concerted effort to do that this year. I said to the kids, I don't care if it's after Christmas, we're going to make it happen, because it's just so much fun. We have so many laughs and listening to Christmas music and driving through the random rich neighborhoods, seeing how honestly though, it's the blue collar neighborhoods that decorate the best. That's a little tip for you. It's like the rich people, they like it's all curated and everything. And like now I love it's always the blue collar neighborhoods that have like this obnoxious blow ups and everything. I love those so much. And yeah, and eliminate the things that stress you out. No shoulding. Oh, well, I really should go to that party. I should give them a gift. I should. Don't should on yourself. And focus on what will give you peace, joy, and not pressure. Now ask yourself, am I shooting myself right now? Are you shooting me? So that's the question. So I want to hear from anyone who wants to step up to the mic. What holiday tradition do you look forward? I just shared some of mine. What holiday traditions do you look forward to every year? Who wants to go first? Holiday tradition that you look forward to. Don't all jump at once.
I'll say,
Tamara?
I like I like when the kids come over and we all unwrap presents at the same time. That's always fun for me.
Yeah, like Christmas. Do you do it Christmas morning?
Usually in the afternoon.
Oh, in the afternoon, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, my weirdo European friends do it Christmas Eve. They go to midnight mass and then they come home and do all their Christmas. They do the Father Christmas, like it's a European thing. And then they come home and they eat and they open the presents and then they go to bed at like 3 in the morning and then they sleep into like noon. I was like, oh my God, that sounds horrible. But they love it. That's what works for them. I love that so much. I love that. Can you feel that though? Can you feel that feeling right now thinking about it? Yeah, it's such a great. That's what I love about holiday traditions. I love it. Awesome. Thank you, Suze. So, Tamara, I'm already jumping over to Suzanne.
Yeah, I live in Texas and my girls are in New England, so definitely going to see them is my favorite. But when I'm not with them, baking cookies, like 6 different recipes, and putting them into special tins and just handing them out for Christmas presents, it's a way
Yeah.
that I can conserve my budget and give a gift of time versus a gift of money.
I love that so much. And since I'm on a fixed budget myself, I've done that too, because like I'm giving these are infused with love, which is priceless.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's such a nice.
time is priceless.
Yes, and I like going to the dollar store, and I've got so many tins over the years from exchanges. Go to the dollar store; they have the cutest little tins, and it's like it's a win-win. And yeah, that's so great. That's
Yeah,
a
Dollar Tree, Dollar General are great.
yes, ma'am. Awesome. All right, Carol,
Uh,
what tell us your tradition?
uh, well, I mentioned it before. I am part of a group. We call ourselves the Gourmet Group, 9 women who get together and host once a month throughout the year. So this year, it's my turn to host for Christmas. And I'm really, really looking forward to um, doing the decorations. I'm going to have the high school guys help. but I'm going to really focus on the menu and have it be a healthy menu and
Yeah,
healthy desserts.
nice.
And it's just a time for me to just get creative and figure out what I want to do. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the gathering sort of yoga-ish.
I
The
love it.
meditations, mindful, like a mindful eating exercise with a date and things like that.
I
Yeah,
come.
sure. Absolutely. Yeah. So
That
really the gifts I want to give the women. So I'm really looking forward to it.
that is wonderful. I love that so much. And you know what I love is hearing everyone talk about their holiday traditions and how they're all you're all smiling and that like you light up when you talk about these things because that is the whole point of the holidays is that joy, when we get past the chaos and the stresses, those joyful moments. So that's great. And I love because yeah, you know what? Healthy eating doesn't mean crummy eating. I love great food. Thank you so much, Carol. Awesome. All right, Lachelle, you got your hand raised. I'm like adding
I'll
spotlights.
just, okay, I know I've been doing that too. Um, so I love giving presents. And the last few years have been financially a little bit of a stretch. And so the first time I had a financial stretch, I actually got really creative and I have a lot of talent. So I ended up making jewelry for each of I have four sisters or three sisters and my mom. And so for all of my friends, I actually made jewelry. And I used to be in the book club when I lived in LA. And one of my favorite things to do was throughout the year, Oprah did her favorite things. Well, I did my favorite things. And so I would actually collect things throughout the year for these girlfriends. And spent a lot of time and a lot of energy looking, and it got a little bit stressful, like, oh crap, how am I going to outdo myself from last year? But I always seem to find something. And so it's interesting having been forced to be a little bit more simple the last couple of years has made you maybe become more creative, which actually is really good because that's
Yeah,
really what it's all about, using our talents, our skills, our, you know, and sharing who we are. And so like the cooking with love and infusing or painting. A couple of years ago, I did a lot of paintings for people. So just being creative and you know leaning into your talents because all of us have talents, even though some of us are like, I'm not that talented. Yes, you are. So
yes,
and
you
just
are.
enjoying it. And
When you're,
so
yeah,
when I'm making stuff, I'm actually thinking about that particular person and I'm infusing it with
yeah,
the love. So when they're putting it on, they can feel my
yeah.
love for them. So anyway.
My brother was always poor. He's a lawyer, he's still poor. He's the only poor lawyer I know in the world. I don't understand that. And he always like I am my and this always sounds so superficial, but my love language that I like to receive is gifts. But it's not like a sweater or or something superficial. It's he wrote me a poem one year. He had this he went to the archives and made copies of this young girl. She died of consumption at like 19, but he found this diary at the Halifax archives and photocopied it and bound it for me. Another time he did a bound thing of oh my God. So creative. Those are the best gifts I've ever received. My ex-husband gave me a giant box of framed pictures of the kids one Christmas. Best present ever. So yeah, so those mean
Yeah.
so much. Those creative, not expensive gifts are so
Can I share one
so
other
appreciated.
one? And this was something that years ago, and it's going to probably make me cry. Years ago, my dad had this story when we were growing up that he would read. It was about this horse getting caught with a fishing pole in his butt this guy getting chased by a bear. My dad was a doctor and he was very, very, he was kind of serious, but had dry funny. Every time my dad could not even get through reading the story because it was written so funny and it was hilarious. And so I asked my sister because she worked for a company this was before we had all of the podcasting. This was back in the late 1900s.
The 1900s. We were born in the 1900s.
Hilarious. The 1990s. Anyway, so we didn't have all the equipment we have nowadays. And so for context. And so she went into the studio with my dad and my mom and had him tell stories. And we
Oh,
have a
so great.
tradition that on New Year's Eve, my dad reads the night before Christmas, or reads the story of Luke and then the night before Christmas. And
Nice.
the ending thing is um uh Merry Christmas to all and to all a good night. And that was our signal, go to bed, or
Right.
Santa's not
Yeah.
coming. And
Yeah.
so he read that. So I actually have a book where he recorded that.
That's
And
amazing.
years later,
Yeah.
my sister passed away and my dad passed away. So
Mm.
those recordings are so
Yeah.
priceless to me
Oh my
that
gosh.
it was
Yeah.
something that you cannot even. And so so I've actually done things like that where I found my sister a poem that she read or wrote, and right before she died, that she had no
Mm.
idea, and I had her stuff, and so I actually was able to give that to my sisters and brothers. And so
Oh,
looking
that's
for things
amazing.
like that that are
Yeah.
meaningful that you cannot, they're
Yeah,
priceless.
they're not.
So
I mean, I
anyway,
know that poem by heart. Yeah, that's so wonderful. Thank you, Luchelle. That's so beautiful. It's so true. And it's so simple. It's so simple. You just have to think about it, and that's amazing. So, Omeka, I love how you said you grew up with a lot of traditions, but none since 1980. A lot of celebrating, and you kept your Christmas tree up last year. What did you say? $1 tree for the win. Woo! I love it. I love it. I love it. Dollar tree for the win. Yes, I get it now. I love that. All right, we're never gonna get through this. So let me hold on one second. I'm just loving this conversation so much, though. This is so great. Okay, so let's share. Let's just blow through the next one. All right, so keep moving. There is no pause in loving you. So some of the hardest things we find, like, is trying to keep our exercise first and foremost during the holidays, because there's just so many other things happening. For me, my Christmas cards last year took forever. I love doing Christmas cards, but I always way overshoot. I'm Clark Griswold when it comes to Christmas cards. So, but I still make time for my exercise because I schedule exercise like an appointment I cannot miss. So that is, what do they make it a non-negotiable? If you have a walking partner, if you have a class you go to, if you do a series of yoga, whatever, booking it like an appointment you cannot miss is so important. I had something Monday night, so I couldn't go work out. So instead, I switched it to last night. So being flexible also helps, and it helps you stay energized and centered through the new year. And it's not something you push off. This is loving you. Every time you show up for your exercise, you are showing yourself a gift of love. So if you're traveling, like next year, like I said, my sister's got me a pass to her gym. I'm super excited about that. So I'll be bringing my workout clothes. I'll be bringing my sneakers, my tennis shoes for that, and one pair of boots, one pair of tennis shoes. That's all I'm bringing. But just packing mini bands, having things with you to make it doable. I had a client say yesterday that she brings her workout gear with her, but she's never used it. I said, yeah, but you keep the idea open. That's the point, is to make sure that you have it. If the opportunity arises, you can do it. And exercise helps you maintain structure, reduces stress, and improves your oopsie daisy, improves something. I got my chat in the way. Improves your mood. Yes. I mean, exercise, it creates those happy endorphins, so it keeps you grounded. And getting ready for like cleaning the house. My mom used to say, you don't want to really clean the house, invite people over. Man, this place is sparkling right before I have Christmas bunko every year. And it's such a great way. It's a great workout. I get right down the baseboards. You're reaching, you're bending, you're squatting, you're doing all the things. That in and of itself is a workout. So just have a couple quick questions. How do you incorporate movement during the holiday season? Some of us, like in where I used to live, we would walk around. You ever walk around looking at Christmas lights, going to the mall, going window shopping or actual shopping? Those are all great ways to incorporate. I'm going to breeze through this because I have more fun things ahead. So, accountability buddies, yes, are amazing. Yes, going for a walk after Thanksgiving dinner. Yes, we do. We're going to do that. My sister in Canada is having American Thanksgiving for us next week while we're there. So, or the week after. So I'm so excited about that because we always go for a walk after Christmas dinner, and we'll go for a walk after Thanksgiving dinner as well. Best thing you can do after any meal, especially if you have a heavier meal, is to go for a walk. It helps you digest. It helps you feel lighter. Um, Oh, yeah, right. Oh, that's a half marathon from our home to Bucky's. I love that so much. All you Texas folk will know what Bucky's is. It's a crazy buy anything there gas station that we have down here in Texas and in few the southern states as well. Have you ever tried oopsie days? Right, yeah, so we're walking. Okay, so sleep. This is the last one. Maintain a sleep routine. Now, Don't fall asleep at the wheel. Rack those Z's. So hard when I'm visiting, so hard when I have family, because we are notorious for sitting at the kitchen table to the wee hours of the morning and visiting. And I have a sister-in-law who would go to bed at, like, she would stick to her bedtime at 9:30 or whatever. It's like super early, and I'd be like, party pooper. I get it, but it's a balance because I don't want to miss out. This is a one time a year thing. So I want to stay up. I want to share. So, but I try to be as consistent as possible throughout the holidays. If you're going to a party, if you're having visitors, whatever the case may be, just try and be as consistent as possible. No, you can't make up for lost sleep, but maintaining that sleep routine. So dimming lights, warm shower, gratitude before bed, keeping those in place are going to prime. If you don't have a bedtime routine, I highly, highly, highly recommend it because it primes yourself. Why do, if you have kids, that's why we have the book, the bath, the book, the quiet time, the dim lights, because it prepares their body for sleep. We as adults are no different. So when we have a system in place, it tells our body, it's our biorhythms. We respond to it. The more consistent we are. So whether you're going to bed at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, or midnight, having that routine is going to wind your body down. It is a cue that, oh, we're getting ready for sleep. So having that in place is huge. It is going to serve you so well. And so be as consistent as possible with your sleep schedule, asterisk, because, so, oopsie daisies. So if you want to stay up, then try and, like, if you wake up at 6 o'clock, then increase it by one sleep cycle, which is usually around 90 minutes. So set your alarm instead for 7:30. So try and be consistent with your waking time as well as your sleep time. I know it sounds super anal retentive, but it's going to serve you well because poor sleep results in cortisol, insulin resistance, all these things that gain weight. It causes inflammation, which causes dis-ease in the body, which leads to disease, not to frighten you. But there's the sleep is a highly underrated tool that we do not use or facilitate enough. So it's really important. So do as best as you can during the holidays. And going to a party, make sure you cut yourself off about 2 hours before you go to bed. So if you're at a party, you're leaving at 10, you're going to bed at, you plan on going to bed at midnight, then stop drinking by 10, so on and so forth. You're going to, and then switch to water because then you're going to sleep better. You won't have night sweats. You won't be waking up to go pee every hour. You're going to have a restful sleep because that's a problem with alcohol. We don't get into deep sleep. So then we don't wake up feeling refreshed. So cutting ourselves off is going to help serve you well in the long run. And if traveling, control your sleep environment with earplugs, noise apps, and an eye mask. So I have a little case. It's a little old Clinique. Remember, Clinique always gives out those little bags, those little, they always have the gift sets. I have a million of them from my mother-in-law. And I have this, I call it my bedside table. Lachelle knows because we room together. So I have earplugs in there, a sleep mask, aromatherapy, like lotion, lip balm, all the things that I need, for bedtime. And it has saved me so many times, especially staying in a hotel. If your roommate snores or if the walls are really thin, it's just a really great way to preserve your sleep. It's like talk about preserving your peace. This is a great way to preserve your sleep. So, what's your usual sleep routine during the holidays? Do you even have a sleep routine during the holidays? Anyone? I can't move my window. It won't move. All right. All right. That's not fine. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. All right. So, do you even concern yourself with sleep during the holidays? Who's laughing? Tamara, you look like
I
you got
have to.
something.
If I don't sleep, I am a grumpy bear. So I go to sleep, like, so I might stay up an hour or two later than I normally do, but I have to get to sleep. And then I have to have my quiet time in the morning. So I
Yeah,
have a
but
routine.
it's so important to have that. I love that you have that routine. Okay, put your hand up if you have a routine, any kind of bedtime routine. Tamara does. Carol, you have a bedtime routine?
It's the beauty routine, but I think I need to expand it. to have it be more effective. That's one area where I sort of fall down. I really need to establish
Yeah.
bedtime habits for sure.
That's I mean, I have not gone to bed with makeup on and I can't even remember now. I religiously, and even when I'm so tired, I'm like, ugh, I'm just gonna brush my teeth and go to bed. And by the time I get in there, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna wash my face. Because that is a huge part, especially as women, is that skin. And I love seeing men have a skincare routine because it just it's part of that winding down time. So yeah, so you're already on the right track because that your body sees that as a cue as time for bed, time for sleep. So that's good. So it doesn't have to be complicated. Like I go in my bathroom, I turn on the light in the other room. So I just kind of get the dim light in the bathroom, have my shower or wash my face, brush my teeth. I have a lamp on in my room. So it's like, my say goodnight to my daughter, close the door. So it's you're just creating like it doesn't have to be complicated, but so I mean you already have a key piece in place. So
Thank
just
you. And I
those
also,
cues.
yeah, I also noticed that reading a book does help. That it's
Yeah.
just deciding to do it, not saying, oh, I don't have time. Just
Yeah.
the thing about using all of the time as much as possible into the night to get things done.
Oh yeah.
But the
Yeah.
beauty routine, yeah, that is non-negotiable.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I know. And you're probably like 87 years old and look fabulous because she sticks to her skin routine. That's great. Thank you so much, Carol. Awesome. Anyone else have a sleep routine? Tamara does. Suzanne, you plan for sleep, Omeka?
I just
Um,
have oh, go ahead, Omega. I'll go after you.
oh no, yeah. I just was thinking and it's been coming to me all over the place. That I need to like be away from the phone and the computer and the TV and all that and like in another room instead of getting all those EMFs and stuff. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
started doing that. Yeah. I bought
Yeah.
an old-timey alarm clock and I've now keep my watch and my phone in the other room. Because and I'm sleeping much better. And because I'm not tempted to look at my phone. So if I wake up in the middle of the night, I grab my book. If I can't get back to sleep, I grab my book. So then I'm not tempted to look at, and then that stimulates you. And then if you do get back to sleep, you're not getting a good sleep. And yeah, so that's a great goal for sure. I love that. That's great. Awesome. We're almost at our time. So just let me share one last time. I think we're just about to wrap up.
And
Yes.
I just
So,
wanted to see if Kathleen wanted to share anything because we haven't heard her voice today.
oh, where's Kathleen? Oh, Kathleen Klein. I didn't see you down at the bottom there.
Oh,
There you
that's
are, Kathleen.
okay. Oh, that's fine. Thanks. I don't know that I necessarily have anything to share other than this is going to be an unusual holiday season for me since I've sold my house and I'm not really sure where I'm going to be living. And I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to be. Or what I'm going to be doing. So I guess it's all a lesson in learning to be in the moment and go with
Yeah.
the flow.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, it's interesting. You know that you don't know where you're going to be, but honestly, none of us do. We plan for it, we imagine it, but who knows what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes, a phone call we can get. I was sitting here on a Monday coming out of a meeting when I found out my son was rushed to the hospital with a brain tumor. He's fine. But 5 years later, he's fine. But it's like there are no guarantees. And that's actually a really good reminder. But I do hope you'd settle your feet somewhere, Kathleen.
I will. I
Yeah.
definitely will. I think my two top um options are Portugal and Maine. Very different and for different reasons, but it'll be one of the two. And I may spend the holidays in Maine. I may spend the holidays in upstate New York with my cousin. I just haven't decided yet. So I'll decide when I decide, and it's going to be great.
Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. That's so great. Thank you, Kathleen. It's good to hear from you. I'm sorry. That's why I'm so used to running meetings. I forgot. I'm like
That's
over here trying to do all the things and talk. So thank you, Kathleen. So just
you.
to recap your path to a balanced and joyful holiday season and beyond, because these aren't just for the holidays, these are things that you can do all year long. And when you start putting these things into place, the non-negotiable exercise, choosing better foods, savoring your food, being mindful of what you're eating, and so on, you're creating a sleep routine. Are these are things that you can apply every day so that when the holidays come or any busy season. I used to say school year, end of school year, beginning of school year, and Christmas were my do not bug me times when all the kids were in school because there was just too much going on. So as you practice this between the busy seasons, it becomes more rote. It becomes more that you don't even think about it anymore. It's like driving a car. It just becomes automatic. And if you, we talk about slips and slides in my group. So slip, you miss a workout. A slide is you miss a workout for a week. So there's things that barring any kind of illness or anything, but there's things that you can do, but you can just get back on. And when you have that mindset piece in place, it makes it so much easier to understand that this isn't forever. I can just get back into it. You don't have to wait for permission. You can just jump right back on. And any time is a good time. Prioritize a healthy mindset. So focus on peace, not stress, set boundaries, and stay mindful of your energy. Protect that peace. Enjoy holiday treats without guilt. Eat before the party. Choose your treats wisely and avoid the sugar crash. Practice self-care. Do what you love. Let go of shoulds and create space for joy. Stay active. That should be on the next line. Incorporate movement in small ways throughout the day. So even if you can't get to the gym, get up and walk around, go around the neighborhood, walk to the mailbox, walk around, sit less while you're cooking, baking, whatever. Do some squats. There's always something you can be doing. Put some Christmas music on and rock it out to Jingle Bell Rock. And get quality sleep. Sticks to a sleep routine to recharge and stay energized. So as much as humanly possible. So then thank you. Here is to the happiest and healthiest of holidays. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out today. Any final thoughts or words before we move on? I know we've gone a little bit over the hour. We kind of had a slow start with the connection, but yes, Christmas music. Woohoo! I love it. Anyways, Omeka?
No, I'm good. Looking forward to my aunt and my I guess they're coming. I don't know. People have got like health issues, so we pray that they're coming, and
Yes.
my brother's got the
Definitely.
new house and everything, so I'm grateful. Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
wonderful.
thanks, it was great. I needed to hear all of that. So thanks everybody for sharing and
That's great.
for
Thanks
your
for being here, Omeka.
presentation.
I always
Yeah.
love seeing your face. That's awesome. Thank you. All right, Suzanne, what do you got for us?
I just wanted to find out if you wanted to do some of that on my podcast because I'd love to have you on December 10th if you're available.
I think I am.
We'll connect, but I love that. I love that whole thing, and I have an opening that would be perfect for you on the 10th if you're up for it.
Yeah, I would love that so much. Definitely. Message me, DM me, as you could say. And yeah, that would be awesome. I would super love that. I love talking. As you can see, my face hurts from talking about the holidays so much. So I get it. Thank you so much, Suzanne. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for showing up today. Thank you, Lachelle, for moderating.
Thank you. And
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna finish it out because
Yeah.
I'm gonna add a spotlight to myself. So thank you so much, Mo, for coming and sharing. This has been so much fun. I put in the chat the document, the one pager that Mo created, and I will go ahead as soon as this is done and put it on my YouTube. And when Rena gets back, we'll put it on hers. But for right now, I will put up the thing so anybody can watch it. And I want to also announce what next week is. And so next week, Cynthia Maloney is going to be doing Unlocking Feminine Wisdom for Peaceful Productivity. And so this is helping us find balance and productivity because sometimes we feel overwhelmed in today's fast-paced world. And there is unique secrets for and strengths that feminine wisdom have. So intuitive insights, emotional intelligence, and collaborative spirit. And a seasonal positioning system and a compass to navigate female biorhythms. And after learning this, it actually made me more curious about my body because I realized, hey, it's not just the moon and our cycles. There's actually cycles of creativity, and we need rest. And our bodies are doing this. And so Cynthia's going to share this. And so I look forward to you guys joining us next week. Thank you once again, Mo, for your amazing, amazing words of wisdom and reminders to keep it that even though it's the holidays, we can just keep doing the same thing and have fun and enjoy being decadent. So until next week, have a
Thank
great week and thank you. Remember that this is a sisterhood and supporting one another. And we are so glad we got to hear so many people's voices today. So until next Thursday.
Bye, everyone. Thanks so much.